Are you ready for a journaling challenge that isn't just open-ended, write 3 pages and hope for the best? Have you been looking for a program that will give you direction on what to write about and lead you towards your creativity at the same time? I've made this for you. Introducing Questions for Creativity. It's a 30-day program where you will get a new question every single day that will lead you towards your inner artist, your creative self, and help you really understand what it is and why it is that you make art. If you've been wanting to understand your patterns, if you've been wanting to understand what it is that sparked your initial creativity in the first place, if you want to be able to grasp your creativity when it seems to be eluding you, this 30-day writing challenge will help. This is Questions for Creativity. This is Brushwork. I get so tired of programs and challenges that are really open-ended. Like when someone tells me to journal about my creativity, I'm like, I make art. What else do I write? Like, it's so open-ended. I need some like guardrails for the bowling ball that is my mind just like bing 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 all the way down the rail trying to hit the gutter. Like like I need some sort of guidance, and maybe you do too. So I have made Questions for Creativity. This is a 30-day journaling challenge that will help you connect with your creativity in a way that you might not have before. We got 4 main categories for questions, and they do 1 per week. Some weeks are longer than others because I just had so many questions in some categories, okay? Look, so here's how it works. Week 1, we have a space for making. This is days 1 through 9. In these days, we go through your studio space and we go through your time and your schedule. We go through the first time you felt creative. Should I tell you the first question? Question number 1. What was the first time you felt creative? Describe the memory, the earliest memory you have, and write down all the details in the order it happened. What were you wearing? What were you making? And like, where were you? How old were you? Go through every detail of this memory. I think the core memories we have of being creative really lead us towards something delicious. And knowing this memory, having it written down, it's perfect. Sneak peek, that's question number 1. Week 2. Week 2 is for your creative community. This is for people who you think support your work. These are for how you reach out to other people. This is how you make really cool events happen in your life. Week 3, we have your artistic process. This is about burnout. This is about how you find your motivation. This is about why it is that you make what it is you make. You know, like it's about the nitty gritty. It goes into the vague stuff, but in a way that you can actually approach. Week 4 is a vision for the future. What do you want to make? What do you want your future life to be like as an artist? Because that's what you are. And it goes into projects. We do a bucket list item. It's very cute. It goes into some vision boarding. All of these journaling prompts are designed for you to really connect with your inner artist. And they should take you about 15 to 30 minutes each day. So make sure you block that out in your calendar. When you do this challenge, you are giving yourself space to think about your inner artist and think about your creativity in a way that you probably don't have in your day-to-day. Like, it's giving you permission to talk about and dream about your artwork, which I want for you. I want you to think so big about your creativity because it's good for your mind, and it's good for me because I get to see the wonderful things he makes. And it would be super if I got to see your art more. So, a journaling challenge. Now, you can do this in a couple different ways. You can do it in your sketchbook and keep it private, or the fun way, which is to do it on Discord on the Arts and Crafts table. The Arts and Crafts table is a community on Discord of about 300 other artists who are all interested in what you make. These are people who love to do challenges, who are really committed to their work, and I think you'll like it. This is how Discord works. Oh, hey, hi, welcome to Discord. This is Arts and Crafts table, and this is where Questions for Creativity will take place. When you enter the Discord, you'll be directed to the welcome and rules. Read through this. This is just rules on how the Discord takes place. It's a 16 plus server. If you're under 16, please don't enter. And be a good person. Don't give critiques unless they're asked for. This is a year-round server, so it's not just for the Questions for Creativity, but this is in general how it works. You're gonna go down here and click verified, and that says, I've agreed to the rules. Amazing. Once you do that, you can go over to introductions, which is over here, and you can wave to say hi. You can say what you do. You can tell us a little bit about yourself. After your introduction, you're going to click on the roles channel that's over here on the left. You're going to go down, you're going to say, this is my gender. You can say what continent you're from. All of these are optional, but they do help people connect with you when you are asking questions. As you scroll down, you'll see different categories that you can click on to gain new roles. If you want to join Art Book Club, you can click on this one here. To react to a role, you just click on the emote at the bottom of the post, and then you'll automatically get it. You can click on this one if you want art challenge announcements. So if you want to hear about future art challenges, you can click on that. If you're doing Drawtober or Arttober, you can click on this one. But this one at the very bottom here, questions for creativity, you want to click on this. So you click on it, take notes, and then you'll get a role that says you're doing questions for creativity. Amazing. At that time, you'll be able to scroll down here on the left and click on questions for creativity. This is where you will see the rules. I haven't updated them all yet, but they will be right here in the welcome section for how to post, where to do it, and everything about it. This is where all the questions will show up. You'll see day 1, day 2, day 3, all the way to day 30 here. And each day at midnight, the questions will be posted for you. Midnight Pacific time, that is. Your post will look like this. You'll go click on day 0. And when you read it, this is like tips for how to get prepared. Say this is day 1, you'll read the question, and then here you can enter it. You'll be like, here is my answer to the question. Blah, 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 blah. Amazing. You press enter and it will be submitted into that day. Each day will have its own question and its own section in the form. You can write as much or as little as you like, and people will respond to you. Reply to your question, and then you're all done. You'll notice that there's a bunch of other channels here on the Discord, and this is for you to use at any point you like. You can share your work. In fact, I would love to see your work. This is Arting Better's recent post, and I think it's just so good. You can talk about crafts, you can talk about work in progress, you can ask for a critique, you can ask for resources. Here's another form about workshop and classes. If you have something not safe for work to post, you can post it here. This is a year-round Discord, and it's here to help you with your art and answer questions. We have a couple of voice channels for sometimes there's co-working sessions. There's a lot to look at, but you don't have to look at everything. If you're feeling, okay, there's a lot to do here and you don't want all the notifications, you go up to this little triangle up here, this down pointing note here, and you'll be able to control your notifications and what's getting pings to your phone versus what's not. It's very helpful. I'm a huge fan of muting things. And that's that. The perks of sharing your art and the perks of sharing your writing about art are like, they just go out, okay? They just take off. Writing about your art leads to so many different directions. Okay, let me just name a few. First off, you can take the things that you journaled about and turn them into your artist statements and your artist bio. You can turn them into copy for your website. You can turn them into speeches that you make at art events. You can turn them into love letters for your art. You can turn them into so many different things. You can also use them to really focus on the direction you want your art to be going. It's super fun. Journaling about your work is like it leads you to feeling happier about your art. And who doesn't want that? I'm going to be doing this challenge with you on Discord, so you'll be able to see my answers and get even more examples. At the end of November, I'll be archiving the challenge on Discord. Everyone who is a participant in my Patreon will get the PDF version of Questions for Creativity at the end of the month, included in the membership. So if you're interested in that, you should join. After that, it'll become a ebook that you can download as a journal or just as a questions for you to, you can cut up and paste it into your sketchbook. So you can do questions for creativity year round. I think the best part about this art challenge is sharing your answers with other people, sharing your fears, sharing your excitements, sharing what holds you back and what inspires you, sharing your rituals and sharing your fears and failures. Sharing all these things creates community. So if you're in a space where you don't have a lot of artist friends physically around you, you can have them online. And they're really cool. I think the arts and crafts community is like, y'all are chef's kiss. A couple of tips I have for a really successful challenge is to make sure that you're prepared before day 1, November 1st, for a great challenge. Okay, so that means 1, making sure you know what you're going to write on. Like, are you going to do this on Discord and join the community? Or are you going to do this in your sketchbook and keep it private? Are you going to do it in a doc on like Google Docs or something? Are you going to etch it into stone for some reason? Come up with the how you're going to do this challenge. Next, think about when during the day you want to do the challenge. Do you want to do it with your morning coffee? Do you want to do it before you go to bed? Do you want to do it like on the commute on your bus on the way to work or something? Do you want to do it underwater when you go swimming or like taking a shower? There's so many options, really, just truly so many options. And then the third thing is to schedule it into your calendar and block out about 15 to 30 minutes for each day for doing this. I also want you to take note of when holidays happen in November. If there's a holiday that you celebrate, plan around that. Maybe you're doing 2 days after the party has happened. Maybe you're waking up early that morning and making sure that you have time to actually write. And the last thing I want to say, if you're doing NaNoWriMo, if you're doing National Novel Writing Month, you can include this word count into your total word count for that month. I'm just saying, it's part of it. You should expect to write about a paragraph to a page of writing for each of these questions. The questions are not short form. They're not going to be like a yes or no or like a single sentence answer. They're all designed to encourage you to really write. So having amount of time blocked off for it that you won't be interrupted and that you can actually go into thinking about these things. If one thing you're worried about is missing days, don't worry about it. If you need to miss a day, if you're like, I can't do day 7 because I'm too busy today, just pause and do day 7 tomorrow with day 8. Try not to miss too many days in a row because then it will be like a lot to catch up on. But if you need to miss a day, you miss a day. And it's no big deal. The idea is that you do all 30 days of the challenge, but if you need to do them in 35 days or 38 days or 60 days, then you do that. It's fine. There's only so much pressure you need to put on yourself for this. This is a journaling challenge. It's not doing your taxes. So take it easy on yourself, okay? If you've got questions about how to do the challenge or what to expect, just put it in the comments or send me an email. My address is in the description. I think joining this challenge is going to help you with your creativity. I think it's going to help you get to know how you make art so much better. And I think it's going to let you have the space to dream. And that's delicious. All right, that's it. That's all. I hope you have a great day. Make good choices, everybody, and I'll see you next time. Goodbye.